I can't be the only one who notices that a lot of our lives are just out of our control, right? I mean, especially as I've matured, it really just seems like shit happens. I don't want to get political. That's not what I'm here for, but I worry about the state of my country. I live in the US and inflation just keeps getting higher. It's like everywhere I go, I see people struggle because the job market is awful. You can't easily get a job right now, and it's getting tougher to live on. If you even get a job, it's tough to live on just minimum wage. And sadly, I don't think there's much anybody can really do about it, like an everyday person. I mean, sure, if you're, you know, someone in politics, maybe you aren't struggling as much as the everyday man, but it makes me wonder, should we even care about the things we can't control in our life? I don't think we should be complacent. I'm not saying that we really shouldn't take the opportunity to change things in our life if opportunity arises, but is it healthy for us to worry about the things we don't have much power over? Now, I've taken this stance in my life, and I wonder if I can be a little bit too carefree sometimes. Maybe I should worry about not being able to live on minimum wage. Maybe I should worry about not being able to get a job. But what can I do about that? There's That's not in my control, and I have to wonder, like, what's the point? What's the point of stressing out about that? I might as well just roll with the punches. As of right now, I don't plan on going to college. It just doesn't make much sense to me. I'd be going into debt to not get a degree for something I want because I don't know what I want to do. But pursuing much more in a dead end job really isn't in the books for me. So, what should I do? Should I even care? Sadly, I really feel like there isn't much we can do but accept that sometimes things are just gonna suck, and there's nothing we can do about that. I recently thought very deeply about the fact that when I graduate, I don't think my friends are going to keep in touch with me. You know, obviously, I'll try to reach out when I can, but there's only so much you can do. And as much as that makes me a little bit sad, I don't think there's anything I can do that will change that. They're going to be moving on with their lives, and they're going to be going to college, and they're going to be doing what they want to and being happy. So, why should I worry about that? I should be happy for them and not feel jealous or be upset that I don't have their time. So, maybe I shouldn't care about that. That is an inevitability. Usually, when you get out of high school, you don't keep in touch with the friends you make, and again, there isn't much you can do about that. Death is a scary thing, and I understand that death, again, is another inevitability, but I think it's an interesting case when it comes to just accepting it and understanding that there's nothing you can do about it. Because it is inevitable, but is it wrong to not care? My grandmother died pretty unexpectedly a couple years back. It was a while ago, and we had been told that she had 2 more weeks to live. Now, I question what would have happened if I just didn't care that that happened. If I just brushed right past it and pretended like it didn't happen, just that I wouldn't see her again, but not that she was truly gone. And as I think about that, I realize, in my opinion, people who've passed away, still live on in a way by how they're remembered. How do the people that they're survived by learn and remember them? I've taken away things from my grandmother that have formed who I am today, and if you didn't care about that, what would be it's hard to say what would be the point of it all happening, but really, like, what did the time you spent with that person matter? To kind of wrap it all up, I think life in itself is inevitable. Finding the reason in things that happen to you throughout your life is what makes who you are. And you don't have a choice. That's like, unless you want to be a boring sheep in the herd, you need to take reason from everything you are faced with, whether it be death, whether it be struggling to make ends meet, anything. That and taking reason from that is inevitable. Accepting the inevitable isn't really thinking that there isn't a point to anything that's happening, but being able to define what you have control over, being able to differentiate what you can and can't control, and learning to take from the events that happen in your life. Life is a trip, man. If you thought this was enjoyable, agreeable, anything like that, do all the interaction stuff. Like, subscribe, comment. I'm kind of just starting out. I want to talk. I think I can bring a interesting perspective to a bunch of different topics, and if you guys like that, interact, boost me in the algorithm, and if you made it this far, thank you. Thank you for lending me some of your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Whether you put it on for background noise or enjoyed whatever gameplay I decide to put up here. Yeah, thank you. Have a good day, night, all that fun stuff.